Origami Kabuto!
It's our time with Mr. Mayberry. Hey, let's get creative.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, Mr. Mayberry.
Today we're going to use origami to make a kabuto. Origami is the ancient Japanese art of folding paper. And a kabuto is a samurai helmet. When we get finished, it will look like this. Now, I would recommend using copy paper. You can get it in a variety of colors, anything from pastel to bright colors, and it's the right consistency to fold origami. Tissue paper is a little too light, construction paper is a little too thick. And if you'd like to reuse paper, you can also use old copy paper that's been printed on. You could also use pages from a phone book or a newspaper. You could also use wrapping paper. All those types of paper are good for origami. Let's start off by doing our paper exercise. This is portrait. Portrait? Oh, there is no portrait or landscape. It's a square. When you make origami, most of the time we will use a square. So you need to cut your paper into a square to start with. Well, now it's time to get started. Let's make some art. Okay, today we start by taking our square and turning it like a diamond. Then we take the bottom and we fold it straight up to the top and fit it up inside the top. And it's good to take your time and try to get all the edges lined up as best you can. If you start off straight, you have a better chance of ending up with a straighter, neater looking piece of origami. Okay? But if you start off crooked, it only gets worse from there. So try to get things lined up the best you can when you start. And when you fold over, make sure you press down good on your folds so that you have nice sharp creases, and that just makes everything easier to fold from here on out. Okay, so that's the first step. Then the next step is to let's start with the bottom right corner and fold it so that it fits up into the top. Again, hold it in place, press down. And this is a lot easier to do on the table. Don't try to do this by holding it up in the air. Just lay it down on the table to do this. Okay, now, a lot of times what we do in origami to one side, we end up doing to the other side too. So we're going to take the left corner and put that up inside the top also. Now it should go right beside the piece that we just folded. It should fit right up there on the top. It doesn't cover up the other piece, it goes right beside it. If things are just a little crooked, that's okay, but try to keep them as straight as you can. Press down good on all your folds. Okay, the next step, now this is the hardest step of all. Turn it, oh, yeah, it's so hard. Okay, turn it around. Oh, there you go. Well, that really wasn't that hard. I was just kind of being silly. Okay, so there we have it turned upside down. And the next step, we're going to start with the right side again. We're going to take this piece here and fold it up to the top also. Just like that. Can you guess what we're going to do next? You're right. We're going to fold the other side, the left side, up to the top also. So fold that piece up there and stick it inside the top. And there you go. Press down good on that. Okay, we're getting closer. We're almost done. Now the next step is to make the little antlers or horns that stick off the side of the top of the kabuto. And so we're going to take this piece right here and you peel it back. You kind of press at the center to hold it in place and peel this back, and then you fold it down flat. Now you want to try to get the top edge so it's fairly straight all the way across. So you might have to work with that just a little bit to get that to be straight across the top. So fold that flat, and then, you guessed it, we do the same thing to the other half. So you peel it over to the side. You want it to go all the way down to the center, the fold that is, and then you press that down just like that. You can use your thumbnail too, or fingernails. But you press down with your finger and fold that down. Okay, now at the bottom of this you have two pieces, and we're just going to need the top one, the one that is on top. We're going to need that piece, and we're going to fold it, the bottom corner here, all the way to about the middle of this triangle. If you see where the top and the bottom of this triangle is, we're going to fold it to about the middle of that triangle, straight up like this. Okay, just like that. And then if you can see where the bottom edge of this triangle here is, how it's underneath this flap right here, we're going to fold the bottom up one more time, up over that bottom edge of the triangle, just like that. Okay, so this is the front of the helmet. Then we have one more fold before it's finished. And that is, we're going to turn it on the back, fold it, flip it over like a pancake onto the back, and then we fold the bottom to the top. And this is our final fold. Now after you have it folded, then you can open it up at the bottom, just like that. And so here's the hat. And you can color this in. If you want to make a tiny little one, you just get a smaller piece of paper to start with, or if you'd like to make a larger one, then you can make it big enough to wear. But this is our project for today, an origami Kabuto samurai helmet. If you want to make one you can wear, start with a larger square. If you'd like more of a challenge, then try starting with a smaller square. Well, that's all for today. I'll see you next time.
Goodbye, Mr. Mayberry.